Good evening, everyone. Fixing fraud in government has been front and center at the Minnesota Capitol. And with an election on the horizon, the pressure to act is only growing.
Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say now is the time to fix it. But when it comes to how and who's responsible, big disagreements remain. WDAY News reporter Mike McGurn explains why.
How the state plans on tackling fraud has become the talk of the Capitol this session, with Democrats, Republicans, and even the governor rolling out their own plans. Senate Democrats say their package is built from what they've learned in hearings this session and focuses on preventing fraud before it happens.
It became more apparent to us where there were areas that legislatively we could make some fixes around fraud.
Senator Rob Kupec says the root issue has been a lack of oversight.
We as the legislature, we appropriate the funds, and, the administration is going to oversee those funds and how they're doled out. And there has definitely been, within some departments, it's not all, but within some departments, there has been a failure of oversight.
But Republicans see it differently.
Unfortunately, Minnesota Democrats have been unwilling to hold the Walz administration accountable for losing billions of dollars to criminals.
Senator Jordan Rasmussen says the problem isn't a lack of laws, but a failure to act on red flags.
We have seen the Walz administration and legislative Democrats turn a blind eye to this massive human services fraud.
And as both sides lay out their case, the politics of the issue are hard to ignore.
I think on some sides there are some people who are running for a higher office who don't really want maybe the fraud thing to be solved as fast as other people do because it's a good campaign issue.
Still, there are areas of agreement.
There is bipartisan support for establishing an office of Inspector General. We also see some agreement on various program integrity enhancements.
With just weeks left in the session, lawmakers are racing the clock and racing the campaign season.
A lot of these bills don't cross the finish line until the end of session, and Senate Republicans are going to continue to show up and propose our ideas on how we can protect taxpayers and stop this human services fraud crisis, and we'll look for bipartisan partners to get that work done.
Mike McGurn, WDAY News.